Come gather ye friends round your flickering campfires and listen to tales of daring, horror and high adventure, plus silly voices from your favourite fireside spouters of verbal flatulence.
Could you wait a tiny bit longer before you mention farts?
We've done so well recently to start the show with a wholesome sit round a flickering campfire for some stories, and you've let us down.
I am very sorry. Come rest yourselves by our fireside, weary travellers, and do not worry, no farting shall disturb our tales hence.
Though, if you have to go, don't hold it in.
Bad for you, that. Better out than in. There have been studies done.
I remember when I enjoyed farts. Now they just remind me of a game of nappy Russian roulette I play daily and nightly with my son.
Will it ever stop?
I don't know.
Exactly. Relax, boys. We're still on holiday, you know.
Of course, we're still in Japan for our second ever sequel.
Japan? I went out for milk. How did I get to Japan?
Ah, you must have changed buses.
Curse you, sleep deprivation.
But will the sequel to our first sequel be a disappointing letdown like all sequels?
There's only one way to find out if we've done a Godfather Strikes Back or a Revenge of the Ghostbusters 2.
But first, who are we and what are we doing here?
I am Uncle Bob, unseen fridge ninja and history pusher.
I am Uncle Bilbo. Please remove your shoes before walking on me.
I am the four-wheel drive, no theatre addict, known only as the Pear Bear.
And I am Tombo. The brave folk of old Nippon call me the Sleepy Dragon of Burden.
Together we are
The Silly History Boys!
Join us for part 2 of the epic tale of Miyamoto Musashi, author, bush and tree fighter, and undefeatable samurai. You join us in Kyoto.
On Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday in Kyoto, city of 1,000 shrines and capital of old Japan.
Home of the famous Yokiyosha Sword School, which is in fact where the second part of our story begins.
In the famous Yokiyosha Sword School Student Union. Mate, last night was insane!
Yeah, I know, mate. It was wild. I drank a shot.
Mate, you are a wild man! I stayed up till 12:30 drinking rice wine and playing Karma Police on my acoustic guitar.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Oh my god! Mate, have you been to bed?
You look totes terrible, mate. Your hair isn't even cut, and your threads are dirty, man.
Please excuse my appearance. I have been in the mountains for some time.
Yeah, mate, you look like you slept in a bush.
Mate! Sick burn!
Totes rad. What were you doing in the mountains, mate? Apart from, not washing.
Mate, sick burn, too. You are on burning fire. Yeah.
Mostly fighting men to the death.
Mate, we are 5th years in a sword school. We fight men to their death, before lectures, every morning, yeah?
Do we?
Shh! I'm posturing.
Then perhaps you would be kind enough to compare what you have learned with what I have learned.
Yeah, mate, you are on. I'm gonna have you with rice.
Are you saying you're going to have me for breakfast?
Yeah, come on, on God, come on, I'm ready for it. Whatever you've got, I've got. Give it to me, man. Come on, let's go. Ah!
Oh my gosh, you hit my friend with your sword! That is totes not okay, man.
Well, we were having a sword fight. That's rather the point, if you'll pardon the pun.
Your puns shall go unpardoned, villain. I'm gonna have you with rice, mate. Yeah, take this. K.O.
This is why I don't do jokes.
Oh, right in my trust fund!
Oh my god, you just bludgeoned Minty and Dobbo unconscious. I'm going to have you with rice.
Why do people keep saying that?
Ow! And so, what could be described as an orderly queue began to form in the student union of the Yokyosha Sword School. One by one, the students came to challenge Musashi.
My bones crumble like super noodles.
And one by one they were beaten.
Is that everyone? And no one wants to try again.
Oh my god, my face hurts. Somebody please ring my mum.
Will someone take a note to the headmaster's office for me?
No, don't make us do stuff with lazy students.
Then remember this to go with your blunt force trauma injuries. I am Miyamoto Musashi. I heard this was the greatest sword school in Japan, and I am disappointed.
You told me that being sworded would hurt so much. Get away from me, you awful man.
Quiet! You students, with your house parties and talking loudly on buses.
Yeah, student attacking, and we contribute to the local economy by wasting our loans on drink and tats.
I said quiet. You traffic cone thieving layabouts.
Don't shout at us, you're so mean. You remind me of my father.
Since there is not a single one of you that can match me in combat, I extend my challenge to your masters. Tell the Yokyosha brothers that I, Miyamoto Musashi, dare them to test their skills against mine.
I'm sorry. Will this be on the exam? I wasn't paying attention.
The sword school was run by two brothers, Seijiro and Denishiro. Headmaster! Headmaster!
Calm yourself, brother. It is not becoming that a teacher in this prodigious school should enter rooms flapping and flailing like an octopus in a plug socket.
Sorry, Headmaster, but brother, there's been a fight.
A fight? My God! Wait, we're a sword school, aren't we?
Well, yes, I suppose we are, but this was a big fight. A very big fight. A strange man named Musashi, in a dirty shirt and uncoiffured hair, has just beaten our entire school in single combat, one after the other.
One after the other?
Yes, they formed a queue, I believe.
A queue, eh? Well, that's nice. But on the other hand, having the entire student body beaten to a pulp by a single man is pretty bad publicity for a sword school.
Oh, you think so? We need to deal with this guy.
Well, I'd like to, brother, I really would. However, it is the school holidays next week, and as a senior member of an institution of higher education, I was planning to do even less than usual.
This is different from our usual problems. We can't just give this guy a 2-1 and hope he goes away.
And why not?
Because he's challenged you to a duel.
I'm not fighting some scruffy peasant in a dirty shirt. That would be unseemly.
What would be more unseemly, brother, would be to let this unshaven Ronin with a Bob Dylan haircut destroy the reputation of our school.
I see what you're getting at. No school holidays, no big university pension. Send word to this Musashi that I shall meet him at dawn at the Temple of the Mountain. There, I shall fight him, kill him, and then go on holiday.
Do not let the silly history boys distract you from the fact that Seijiro Yokyosha was a formidable swordsman, among the best I ever faced. His concentration and focus were legendary. He prepared for every duel in the most minute of detail, leaving nothing to chance. He was prepared for anything, and it was this readiness that I used against him.
Well, here we are at the temple grounds at 8:45 in the morning.
I don't see why we had to get up so early.
There is a proper way of doing things, brother. Now let's take a look at the itinerary. 6 a.m., rise and shine. 6:15, yoga and Pilates. 6:45, breakfast, skimmed milk and bran flakes to keep me regular. 7 a.m, morning evacuation. 7:30, finish evacuation and open window.
Please, no more itinerary, brother. I hate early mornings and organised fun. Let's hope this Musashi character turns up soon, so you can kill him and I can go back to bed.
We had arranged to meet at 9 a.m, but I did not come at 9.
So Sejiro waited.
10 a.m.
Not here.
11 a.m.
Not here.
12 a.m.
Still not here.
1 p.m.
Still not here! This is an outrage! My itinerary is in tatters! I was supposed to get my hair cut, do a fun run, and have frothy coffee with my sister-in-law today! Oh, I hate people who do not keep plans! It makes me so angry. So very, very uncontrollably angry.
Know your enemy. Know his sword. This is the way of the warrior. I knew Sejiro was a man who valued manners and the proper way of doing things. By being late, I disrespected him, and his fury broke his famed concentration before a blow had been struck.
The run of myself entirely! You there! Yes, you! The one breaking the fourth wall! Are you Musashi?
Good morning, sir.
Morning! Morning! It's past lunchtime and you're late! I cannot abide bad manners, sir, and as a result, you shall now die.
My apologies, sir. I rose late and have not brushed my teeth. Know your enemy. Know his sword.
Sejiro, they've been waiting in Starbucks for an hour and a half. Where have you been? My frothy coffee is tepid.
Not now, Angela! You, Musashi, come here this instant, and I will kill you for your impertinence!
Just a sec. Must rinse.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you for being late!
Seijiro, the refined gentleman blade, normally as calm and cool as still water, now crazy with rage like a toddler with a dropped ice cream.
I'm in his head, and I'm not moving out.
Threw himself at Musashi, limbs and blade flying in all directions like an electric spaghetti maker gone wrong.
It was not difficult to anticipate his attacks.
I'll kill your face!
Nor was it a challenge to absorb his fury.
Stop philosophizing while I'm hitting you! You are so annoying!
Sorry. This'll calm you down.
Ouch! Oh my, well, that's better. I feel much calmer.
Brother?
Like a terrific burden has been lifted.
Brother.
Yes, brother.
He's cut your head off.
Oh, drat. Angela, we'll have to take a rain check on that frothy coffee. Bleh.
Oh no!
Don't look, Angela.
His Starbucks loyalty points avoided.
Musashi! Go buy yourself an alarm clock and dig yourself a grave. You and me, here, tomorrow, and you shall answer for your insolence.
See you tomorrow then, bright and early. I walked back down the mountain, resolving myself to the battle that would take place the next day. I stopped and looked out over the city of Kyoto. My dream of being the greatest swordsman of all time was...
Miyamoto Musashi?
Oh no, Jeff Shreves.
Jeff Shreves, Sly Sports News here. Hello there. Can we have a moment?
Yeah, of course.
Great fight, Mush. It was a masterstroke to arrive late to the duel, making your opponent so angry that you beat him with ease. But you have a fight with his brother tomorrow morning, and Sejiro's brother famously has an even worse temper than him. Are you planning to turn up late again?
If you do not control your enemy will control you.
That's amazing, inspiring insight, Mush. I might steal that and put it over a sunset and make it my profile on Facebook. But are you really going to defeat the masters of Japan's most famous sword school by being tardy?
I am going to do what I always do.
Ooh! So cryptic and moody. It's like Cantona at his best. Please, tell us. What do you always do?
Find a way to win. Now mind that rock. You wouldn't want to trip and fall off a cliff.
Wait, what rock? Oh, that's better. Now I can rest.
The next morning, the sun rose over the 1,000 shrines of Kyoto and over the temple on the mountain where the second duel was to take place.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. I'm so ready. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble.
Drift Shreve, Sly Sports News.
Oh no, Jeff Shreves. What do you want? And what's wrong with your face? Did you fall off a mountain or something?
I did, and it was the best night's sleep I've had in months. Anyway, Den, may I call you Den?
No.
Thanks, Den. Now, today you'll be fighting Miyamoto Musashi. Yesterday he killed your brother. You must be mad.
Mad? Me? Ha ha! Oh no, I'm the famously calm brother. I'm so relaxed I haven't been to bed. I'm so chilled I've been up all night drinking energy drinks and punching my wall. I'm so completely zen about the whole thing that when the man who kills my brother gets here, I'm going to take him apart, piece by piece, like a yoga teacher making an IKEA bookcase. I'm so calm.
Yep, you're so calm you haven't even blinked for the entire interview.
Thanks, Jeff. Back to studio.
I say that.
Meanwhile, in one of the many Gregs the bakers in Kyoto...
Sausage bab and a frothy coffee, please.
Sorry, Lo. We've got no sausage, no, unless you want to wait. Be 20 minutes?
Oh, don't worry. I'm in no rush.
And so, after a full and hearty breakfast, Musashi walked slowly up the mountain. Such an amble he took. He even stopped to pet a cat and to take a picture of the view, before then ambling leisurely up the path to the temple, where his opponent waited.
Where is he? He's late. Again. He killed my brother and his timekeeping is appalling. Angela! Give me your shoe.
But you've chewed a hole through my other shoe already.
Angela, I am feeling slightly tense.
Sorry I'm late.
Miyamoto Musashi, I'm so very glad to see you. Now I can stop chewing shoes.
Master Yukiyosha, you seem...
Insane with anger? Yes I am.
Can I offer you something to calm your nerves? A Greg's nut, perhaps?
You've been to Greg's. You kept me waiting all this time, and you've been buying snacks?
Yes. Snacks.
Ah!
Densichiro windmilled across the temple grounds towards Musashi. His first attack was a great scything blow to Musashi's head that would have decapitated a washing machine. Wait, what?
He missed.
Musashi stepped back and allowed the blow to howl harmlessly past his unflinching face. Then he struck. Once.
Musashi bowed in respect, sheathed his sword, and turned to go.
You dirty Bob Dylan haircut rascal, you murdering vagrant, I'll have your head!
Madam, the terms of the duel were agreed. I am sorry for your loss.
This matter, like my coffee, is not finished, Musashi. My nephew will hear of this, and he will have your answer.
If your nephew challenges me, then I must accept.
Here again? Tomorrow, at the temple, midday.
At midday, milady.
He's a cool salmon roll, that Musashi.
I know! 3 duels, 3 days. He's amazing!
I won't get too excited. There won't be a duel tomorrow.
But, Mush, you can't mean you're backing down.
I'm not. I'll be here tomorrow. But there will be no duel.
But the third Yokiyosha brother.
The third brother is a baby.
I mean, it's harsh, but I think you could probably handle fighting a baby.
You are silly, aren't you?
Well, yes.
With a silly history, boys.
Tomorrow, the entire Yokiyosha clan and every student at their school will be here to avenge their masters with my death.
But, Mush, you surely can't fight all of them at once, can you?
I am a samurai.
What are you going to do?
I am going to pray.
Oh, my goodness, Bob. Will our hero get to the end of the second part of our trilogy?
I don't know, baby. I think I might be feeling a feeling.
There was a small shrine on the mountain slope to Hachiman, the god of war. It was here that Musashi went to pray, and who can blame him? He was in a tight spot.
Having had their reputation and their 2 head teachers dispatched through a combination of poor timekeeping and stylish swordwork, the Yokiyosha school could not let Musashi live.
And Musashi himself was honour-bound to walk into certain death the next morning. For to refuse the challenge was to dishonour himself, and for a samurai, death was preferable to dishonour.
Musashi knelt at the shrine and prepared to ring the small silver bell to attract the attention of the gods, so that they might hear his prayer.
But as his hand reached for the bell, he stopped, and instead he stood up and bowed.
Thank you.
Never before had Miyamoto Musashi relied on the gods.
And he would not start now.
He had got this far by himself,
He would trust his own wisdom.
and his sword.
And so Musashi thanked the gods and went to prepare himself.
To fight an army, single-handed,
It was a busy night down in Kyoto.
especially in the Yokiyosha student halls.
Right, wake up, you horrible lot. Drop your socks and grab your, katanas.
This is a surprise exam. I haven't done any reading for it because I was drunk.
What's for breakfast, Auntie Angela?
Revenge. And rice, but mostly revenge.
By the morning, every Yokiyosha man was dressed for war.
Spears and swords were honed to a razor's edge.
Bows were strung and musket locks oiled.
More than 100 heavily armed men marched through the darkness to the temple on the mountain.
They arrived as the dawn broke and began to conceal themselves around the temple and the mountain paths surrounding.
They sealed off every possible exit. When Musashi arrived, he would be like a rat in a trap.
Ha ha ha! This will be a day long remembered. It will see the end of Musashi. And then we can put our tuition fees up for yet another year.
Auntie Angela! The men are in position on the western slopes. There is no way off this mountain that isn't covered by steel or shot. We have totes got him.
Good. Good. Yes, all we need to do is wait for our guest, and then the party can begin.
The party? You do mean murder, don't you?
Yes, you fool. Now, what time is it?
It's 9 o'clock. On the dot.
Musashi!
Musashi!
I thought I'd get here early.
Kill him! Kill him with everything!
Did we, get him? Is he dead?
Not sure. I lost him in the smoke.
What? Are you stormtroopers or something? Come on. Advance slowly into the thick cloud and finish him.
Yeah, great idea. I'm not going in there.
Yeah, stylishly pick us off one at a time.
is not Batman, you cowards. Go!
Uncle Tony! Can you see anything your side?
No, not yet. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute.
What did he say?
I think it was... Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Ah! But I'm not 100% on that.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he said, ah.
No, Auntie Angela. I meant, whoo! Someone unseen has thrown something pointy at me, you know.
Oh my god! Oh my god, we're being Batmaned!
Someone shoot him. Fire at will. No, not Will, the voice actor. Shoot at will. Fire at will. The character of Musashi. Fire at Musashi. Every man for himself. Kill him.
I began my attack. The Yoshioka men were blind from the smoke of their guns.
Look! Coming out of the smoke!
Is that Bob Dylan? Ah! No, not Bob Dylan.
When in a fight to the death, one should employ all one's weapons to the utmost.
He's got two swords. That's highly irregular.
To die with your sword still sheathed is most regrettable.
Dying is regrettable in general, you pretentious hipster.
That's from my book.
Oh, I see, how interesting.
Can I put you down for a copy?
I don't know where I'm going to find the time now.
I'll take that as a pre-order.
There he is. Shoot him, somebody.
The Yokyosha soldiers had been expecting an easy day's murdering, but what they faced now was a devil made flesh.
Oh, I wish these guns didn't take so long to load.
I finally understand the expression about bringing a gun to a knife fight!
Look out!
A devil who drew both his swords and charged through the fog of war to strike at them without mercy.
Several times Musashi found himself surrounded.
Get him, men. Quick, attack him. One after the other.
But it made no difference.
Thank you, gentlemen. You're making all this surprisingly workable for me.
Damn. I felt certain that would work.
Despite their numbers and guns, the Yokyosha men's courage began to fail.
But to face the lone swordsman was to die.
And who needs that?
And as the battle continued, more and more of the Yokyosha men began to quietly slip away until...
Hello? Hello? Is anybody left? Lads? Where are you?
Here,
Oh my gosh!
your minions have abandoned you.
Please, Musashi, spare me and you can have all of my Starbucks reward points.
You tried to have me killed, Auntie Angela. I can't help but take that personally.
Please? Please, you wouldn't hurt an auntie, would you?
This may surprise you, but in all accounts of my battles with the Yokyosha clan, there is no Auntie Angela.
Really?
Yes, really. In fact, the head of the Yokyosha clan and the person who ordered my death was a 12-year-old boy called Mata Shichiro.
And what happened to him?
Historically,
Historically?
I killed him and ended the feud.
Well, that'll do, I guess.
Still, a murder is a bit of a downer to end a family podcast on.
I think it's a bit late for that, Uncle Bob. This episode has been wall-to-wall murder.
Sorry, I got carried away.
And like the equivalent of Total Recall in feudal Japan?
People from history were mean.
Look, I've got to finish this feud. You can't get all guardian on me now.
Can you do it off camera?
Of course.
Best get going, Angela.
And so, with his defeat of the swordmasters of Yokiosha,
Musashi's reputation began to grow,
but there would be many more duels to be fought.
until Musashi would be recognized as a true master.
So to hear of these mortal combats, you must join us next time.
Until then, we have been
The Silly History Boys! And we are, as always,
Sorry!
School's Out for Samurai was episode 8 of the Silly History Boys show. It was written and produced by the Silly History Boys. The part of Miyamoto Musashi was provided by Will Uncle Bilbo Tristram. The part of Auntie Angela and Jeff Shreves was provided by Tom Tombo Fermor. The part of various students, Sajiro Yokiosha, was provided by Stu the Pear Bear Perry. The part of various students and Denishiro Yokiosha was played by Rob Bob Bond. Additional characters voiced by young Hazmat Harry Pearbear. A big thanks to Hazmat for giving up his valuable Neo Geo time to lend his voice. A kindly child, let it be known. Actually, I remember once, when I was over at Casa Pearbear's for frozen cocktails and fig rolls night, young Hazmat said to me, Uncle Bilbo, do you want to see the world I created in Minecraft? And I was all like, yeah, sure kid, I'm all for fading interest in your life. Sick, he shouted with glee. I've even made you a house, Uncle Bilbo. Oh, how lovely, I said. Looks a bit windowless and cramped, I then mused. That's because it's a dungeon, and I've just flooded it, and now you are no more. I've got enough uncles, fool. Well, you know what, kid? You know what? If you're gonna come at me, you better make sure you don't miss, 'cause here I am, you little punk. Here I am with the bulk of the lines, and you get one. Miyamoto Musashi, they call me.
Come on now, Bilbo, that's enough of that.
Get off me, man. I'm giving props.
And scaring people. Take him away, boys.
What if you do?
Nope,
manhandling me.
Further away. Further.
You tell him, Pearbear. All my interests faked. Faked!
I shall tell him nothing of the sort. And we all know if there's any fading of interest in my son's life to be had, it'll be had by me. Thank you very much. Right. Sorry about that, folks. Uncle Bilbo's off for a bit of a lay down. Now, where are we? Bilbo provided the voice for Musashi, pronounced correctly, of course. Auntie Tombo, students. Yes! Musical accompaniment was provided by Lord Fastfingers. We also take a moment to thank those who dishonour themselves by providing their voices of displeasure for the credits. We've always wanted to see your severed heads cleaned and displayed for our pleasure. If you have enjoyed this week's instalment of the Silly History Boys show, please consider giving the show a rating and review on your chosen podcast platform. And even consider telling other people. Yes, with your mouth. Yes, and your big people words. You can also visit our Facebook page at Silly History Boys Show and hit us up on Twitter at @SHB_show. More fig rolls for me now, I suppose.